Hello everybody, welcome back to another break on this channel, and today we are here with old Czech cars, but today they are actually really old. These are the 2000-2001 OFS cards. More than 20 years that these cars have been waiting for us, and in these packs that we have here, we will try to improve our collection of the 421 card set, and we'll try to catch some nice premium cards, which are the only insert, very straightforward set back then, and we will try to get them. They have three parallel versions: green, purple, and pink. Pink being the rarest, with the 1 in every 6 packs, purple is 1 in every 3 packs, and green is 1 in every other pack. Then, when it comes to the base set, we got 421 cards, and supposedly on the back of the packs it says that every single card has been printed 2,000 times, which is quite interesting. But that still means that this was heavily overproduced, because that would mean that these cards, were printed and then over 160,000 packs were made for just Czech Republic. So it's kind of crazy. Let's get over some cards that we can pull. This is actually the other only card that I would sort of almost consider insert, the Růžička team and Jager team cards. They're officially a part of the base set, but they're kind of harder to pull, and generally I would maybe consider them insert. And here are the premium cards. You can see there the purple variant and the green variant. I really like those. I remember pulling these cards back when I was a child, so yeah. And here's the base set. You can see I got a couple of the cards signed from the players way back when they were actually still playing in the Extraliga. But yeah, let's get to it. I have here 40 packs. Now, one thing I want to mention before I get to this is that I have been warned when purchasing these that some of these cards tend to stick together. I expect that. I expect that some packs might not be, there might be cards that are not in good condition at all. But yeah, I was warned, and these are extremely cheap, so it's completely okay. Because the premium cards are actually surprisingly valuable. And yeah, so let's just get straight to it. Let's just get to the cards. We'll see what we can get. Once again, these were hand packed, so yeah, we can expect, or actually I'm not sure if these were hand packed, but I do assume. But anyways, what I wanted to say, a lot of duplicates very often, so I'm also prepared for that. Here we go, here we start. You can see that even without the cards sticking together, the quality of them deteriorated pretty much a lot throughout the years, as we start with Aleš Mach. Here we got Marek pins, young Marek pins, Extraliga legend once again, I would say. Player that spent almost his whole career, I believe, in Extraliga. And a great goaltender. Then we got Radek Martínek for České Budějovice. And behind him, our first Jager team card for another goaltending legend. This time, big time legend, Milan Hnilička. Nice card there, unfortunately a little beaten up and unfortunately sticking to the card behind it, so yeah, there is some damage there. You can see it here on the Josef Straub as well, and that is our premium card, and that is a green parallel version of the premium card. And we got one more, and that is young Radim Rulík, Czech national team coach nowadays. And here on the card back when he was very young and coaching at Karlovy Vary. So interesting card to pull there. I really love these old sets mainly because of this. It's very cool to pull these kind of big names and players that since the time of that the photo was taken, that was put on the card back then, have made so much progress in their hockey careers. So it's always a fun break when it comes to these old cards. Here we go with the next pack. Petrovala on the front, and in the back Otakar Janecký on the green. Unfortunately, that's a duplicate, as you could have seen in the showcase of the little card preview that I did. I already have his card, unfortunately. Once again, the cards are sticking together. Very unlucky so far. I had openings where out of like 20 packs, only one was like sticking together, and there was only some minor damage. So far, we're not so lucky there. But we'll see how that will go. Jiří Hanzlík and Radek Haman. And behind him, once again, a card sticking to the back of this one. Sticking pretty heavily. Also, The problem with these cards and them sticking together, that was Eduard Novák there. The problem there is that unlike cards that we are used to nowadays, these are extremely thin, and so they're very vulnerable nevertheless. And I think that yeah, even using something to get in between the cards usually doesn't help. I tried it many times before. Yeah, so I believe that since they're flexible, it's best to just try to pull them apart with your hands. Anyways, here we go with another pack. Purple of Otakar Janecki, that's good. So when it comes to Ota Janecki, we are only pink card away from completing the rainbow. That is something that I absolutely love about this product. It's a 2001 product, more than 20 years, you know, old, and you still can complete rainbows when it comes to the insert. That's very cool, and something that, you know, I was not really used to. You can also see another thing when it comes to these cards, that some of these actually have the damage. So it was actually cool that I pulled this Otakar Janecki, because that card actually was without the damage on the top side there, which I believe is from the printing process. That doesn't have to do anything with the deterioration of the card. But one thing that you could have seen maybe there if you were looking at the cards, we have already pulled the same exact pack, and that is going to be a huge problem. Whenever we're going to get a duplicate of the premium card, that usually will mean that we will get the exact same pack when it comes to the base cards. Here is Josef Straub on the purple. It doesn't happen every single time, as you can see, for example, here, but a lot of times it actually will mean that if you pull green, for example, green Josef Straub, and then you pull purple Josef Straub, a lot of times what will happen is that you will get the exact same pack of base cards, which is really, really bad, obviously. But in this case, I'm at least, you know, always justifying by the fact that, hey, at least I can pick the non-damaged cards to keep, which is true. So that's not too bad. And here we go with our first pink pull. It's Adam Svoboda on the premium card. Very nice there. And you can see the difference is subtle, but on the camera, but in real life it's pretty noticeable. So yeah, that is the rarest of the premium cards. Hopefully we're gonna pull more of those. These are actually, once again, as I said, pretty valuable. And yeah, you can see Adam Svoboda with his 2000 look. It's always super funny to see, you know, how the players looked, how the equipment looked, and all of these things, you know, from way back when. Also, I believe majority of the players, maybe all players, still playing with wooden sticks back then. So yeah, it's crazy how time flies and how everything changes, and it's always interesting to take a look back with some of these openings of the retro cards. So we got Libor Procházka. That's sticking together to the rest of the cards. Michal Marík, Petr Fiala, it's again sticking together with the other card. And once again, unfortunately being damaged there. And you can see here, it looks kind of familiar, doesn't it? Martin Hambrus, Jaroslav Nedvěd, Libor Procházka, Petr Fiala, at least not damaged here, and Michal Marík. And Adam Svoboda on the green. So yeah, we only miss his purple card, and we got another rainbow. So yeah, this is what I was talking about, and it just happened once again. And this time it actually kind of proved my point, because before that, the pack that was exactly the same was sticking together, cards were damaged. This time it was actually cool. So at least I got the cards in 100% condition, or at least very close to that, because as I'm saying, the surface of the cards is also worn out just by the time itself. Marek Novotný here, very nice picture there. Goaltender for Třinec. And one more thing I also want to say about the premium cards. I don't want to forget that since they are made a little differently, if they are being packed so that their front side is actually put together to the back side of the card in front of them, they tend not to stick at all. And here we got Josef Straub on the purple. And so they tend to not stick together and are undamaged in most of the cases. The only problem is when the cards are together, put together, you know, with their backsides. Then the backsides can stick together. But here we got Adam Svoboda on the pink again, unfortunately a duplicate. And then look at this, Martin Ambrus, Jaroslav Nedvěd. Guess who's behind him? Libor Procházka. This is kind of a test if you were watching this video and paying attention to it. Behind him will be Petr Fiala, and behind him, Mařík, once again. So yeah, if this will actually become more prominent and these packs will repeat often, I will actually skip straight to the highlights of this, because yeah, once again you can see Okal, Novotný, Kratěna. I'm not sure if this pack is exactly the same right now, but definitely similar. I think there are different cards here. Angel Karstev, I don't think we have pulled him in the previous packs. I'm not sure completely, but yeah. And then Josef Straub, unfortunately sticking together. But this is the pink version of Josef Straub, and that would be our first rainbow, I believe, because we already pulled his purple card, right? Yeah, there we go, his purple card, and then his green card as well, right, in the beginning. Yep, so we got our first rainbow completely complete. That's nice. Gonna start with our premium card, another pink card, Martin Procházka. Once again, what a legend when it comes to Czech Extraliga. Here you can see that in the year 2000 he already had 430 games in Extraliga under his belt. That's pretty crazy, because he played for a very long time. Tomáš Duba. His rookie card, basically, you can say. Obviously back then we didn't have rookie cards, but this is his first ever card. Before that he was only playing in juniors. Radovan Somík, Viktor Hýbl, Jiří Dopita, also an absolute Extraliga legend, and here playing for Vsetín. What a legendary combo. Jiří Dopita and Vsetín. Yeah, tough to beat that, to be honest. And next pack, Jaroslav Liška, Sikora, Vorel, Reichl, Holý, and our premium card will be Josef Straub on the purple. So that's a duplicate, unfortunately, again. And here we go once again. Will this be the completely same pack as we pulled? Miroslav Okal, Marek Novotný, Ondřej Kratěna, Jan Pospíšil, and Angel Krstev. Unfortunately, yeah, this is once again exactly identical pack to the one that we pulled before. And Josef Straub there on the purple once again. Another duplicate there. Yep. Very unlucky. Unfortunately, if I compare it to the other openings that I didn't do on camera. Yeah. Here we got Otakar Janecki on the purple. Once again, a duplicate. Behind him, Petr Fiala. Will this be once again a completely identical pack? It will be, because there's a Radek Haman. Oh, actually, it will be not, because we got at least one card that is different. This is the checklist number 4. Okay. So yeah, at least some novelty. But other than that, all the others seem to be exactly the same. Next pack, and unfortunately next duplicate, Otakar Janecki. Petr Fiala, Chabada, Haman. And behind him will not be a checklist this time, it will be Novak there. Yeah, so once again, completely identical pack, this time without a checklist. So yeah. Unfortunate, another Radim Rulik. Will this be exact same pack as well? We will see. Yep, because there's the Hnilička, we pulled this one. I believe that was our very first pack. Aleš Mach, identical pack, even with the exact same premium card. Unfortunate. Yeah, it's starting to be more and more happening more and more often. So yeah, I will probably just skip this, because this is not really worth your time. And we will recap at the end. And yeah, here, this is another Otakar Janecki, and this is a first pack where these just won't go together without me completely tearing them up, like completely, which is unfortunate, because I don't believe we had this pack. Luboš Horčička, I don't think we have pulled him yet. But yeah, these unfortunately just don't go apart. Yeah, So these unfortunately are useless, but this is only first pack that it happened to, so it's okay. But yeah, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do this. Sometimes that happens. So I'll just cut the video. I'll get back to you with the results of the whole break. Okay, we're back and we're going to do our quick recap. I have not opened all 40 of the packs. I have left some for later, like 5 packs, I believe. It was because I got a little frustrated and didn't want to open these packs no more because a lot of the duplicates started pouring in, a lot of the exact same identical packs. We had some luck with some cards because you can see here, very nice pull. This purple Petr Bříza, once again, extraordinary player, a huge legend for Extraliga. And behind him we got Adam Svoboda. Unfortunately, we're not able to complete the rainbow there for him because, as you can see, no purple card of him appeared, unfortunately. So these are all the unique cards when it comes to the premium cards. Once again, once again showing the complete rainbow of Josef Straub there. We were lucky enough to pull that. Then we have couple of Martin Procházka cards, but those will come later. 2 for Otakar Janecki, green and purple, and then a full rainbow of Martin Procházka. Once again, that's a very nice rainbow to have of a very good player. And then here you can see, I'm about to show you, these are the duplicates. So all of these cards were duplicates on the premiums. And remember, a lot of the times, not every single time actually, but a lot of the times what happened was that whenever we pull duplicate here, that meant that the whole pack was duplicate. We got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 duplicates. So yeah, that's a lot, unfortunately. Not every single time the pack was completely identical, but yeah, a lot of times. Amounting to a lot of cards being actually duplicate, which is unfortunate. I was hoping to complete a little bit more of the base set here from this opening because I'm trying to collect the whole set, which is going to be pretty tough when the packs are going to treat me like this, unfortunately. But yeah, I'll pull a couple of nice cards. When it comes to the cards that I had to just tear apart from one another, it actually was not as bad as I was initially thinking, because it started pretty badly, but only one pack was completely stuck together. So that was actually kind of cool. I don't mind that, especially since, as I mentioned before, I was warned that this could happen. One more duplicate there actually. But yeah, here we got the base cards, but remember, I would say like a half of this pile is only duplicates. And also, since these cards are very thin, it seems like there's not that many, but you know, if it were normal cards that we are used to today, with the normal thickness, these would be, this pile would be like twice as big. So yeah, generally, I was very unlucky, but I know that if I wouldn't know this, I would be furious, I would say. But yeah, this time I was just unlucky. So I hope you enjoyed this break like I did. Nevertheless, I mean, it had some downsides. It was not perfect, but I still pulled a couple of very nice cards. I'm, for example, very happy for the Petr Bříza and Adam Svoboda pulls, and Martin Procházka complete rainbow. It's very nice. Also, Josef Straub complete rainbow, so I got 2 complete rainbows for Vítkovice players. That was very nice. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope I'll see you at the next one. And until then, goodbye.